Hello and welcome to my home studio. For those of you who are looking to record and release music from your own home, amateur or professional, this video may be of inspiration to you, especially if you're thinking about setting up your own home studio on a budget. I'm an acoustic musician by trade, and I love to record music as well as play it. So here is my own home studio setup, which I find works very well. And the room I have is approximately 4.5 meters long by 2.5 meters wide. So here I have my main front desk, and I'm using the KRK RP5 Rocket Classic speakers. I find they work really well. Just to the right of that, I have a MIDI keyboard inputter. I actually just got that free from a friend. I'm using the PreSonus audio box USB 96, and that's just hooked up using the Soundstrom USB 3.0 hub. Connects into my Mac, and the software I'm using is Logic Pro X, and I use a Seagate expansion portable hard drive, which is 4 terabytes large, and everything is just hooked up by the power supply. So like I said, I've got my front desk, which I use mainly for mixing, editing and general office work. If I turn the chair to the side, however, I can use my MIDI inputter and stay in exactly the same position, so it's an easy workflow. The other section of the studio is for recording acoustic instruments, and I'm able to move the computer over to the small table so I can record and control at the same time. So I just set up a microphone and push record. I can record as many takes as I want. And here I'm actually using some quality studio headphones. It's the Beyerdynamic DT770 Pro headphones, and they're absolutely fantastic. I have used some acoustic treatment, some foam slabs for the higher frequencies and bass traps for the lower frequencies. The bass traps I've placed in the corners of the room, as I've learnt this is often a place where low frequencies can congregate. The room was very echoey and boomy when I first moved in. Now it's much better, although I do feel more treatment is needed, and I'm looking into acoustic diffusion as well to help obtain a more natural sounding room. All the stands and cables are organised against one wall to keep things nice and tidy. I've nailed hooks in the wall to hang the cables, and this is a nice trick so you have more space in the room and they're easily accessible. And I've also put up some shelves to store the microphones and keep them out of the workspace. The microphones I'm using are the Audio-Technica 2035 large diaphragm and the Octava MK01201 stereo set. The Audio-Technica, which is in the bottom left, is a great microphone for vocals. I'm actually using it right now to speak into, but I've also used it for guitar and mandolin. If you are going to use it for vocals, remember to use a pop shield. The Octava mics I use for pretty much any acoustic instrument, and they sound fantastic, especially for the price. I generally use the cardioid capsules in the studio as they're more directional. The Omni mics I use more often as room mics in other rooms, as they pick up sound from everywhere. So the black mics here in the top left contain both cardioid and Omni, so you've got both. The silver mics have just the cardioid. I've also got the DPA 4099 mic. I generally use this for live concerts and gigs. So that's my studio setup. It's a great way of turning a small room into a functional home studio and general workspace. All hardware, including stands and cables, cost around £1,000, which I think is an excellent value, and Logic Pro X cost around £200. I'll put links to all of the items I've mentioned in the description below. I've bought everything from either Thomann or Amazon, and if you click on one of the links and buy from there, I'll also receive a small commission for my efforts, so thanks very much if you did that. I'm super happy to have my own little studio, and I think the results are fantastic. I hope some of you who are also thinking about setting up your own studio have been inspired. If you do want to hear the Octavas in action in live recordings, both the cardioid and the Omni, go and visit my other channel, which is called The Good Tune, and you can hear how they sound when recording live violin and guitar. So all the best with your own setup. I'd love to hear any comments or ideas that you may have as well. I hope it's been some help. Cheers for now.